Schofield, Mahone, Bagwell, and Bellick find themselves imprisoned in Sona, a chaotic facility controlled by inmates where disputes are settled in deadly duels. Lincoln tries to secure Michael's release but is approached by Susan B. Anthony, an agent of the company. She reveals that they've captured LJ and Sarah Tancredi and will only release them if Michael breaks out an inmate named James Whistler within the week. Inside Sona, the prison leader, Norman Lachero St. John, tells Michael he's aware of his past and refuses to allow another breakout. Bagwell earns Lachero's trust and becomes part of his crew, while Bellick is degraded to cleaning toilets. There, a hidden man gives him food in exchange for running errands. Lachero orchestrates a conflict between Schofield and another inmate, forcing a duel. Bellick slips notes into both fighters' pockets. As the fight begins, Schofield overpowers his opponent, who then draws an illegal knife. Mahone intervenes and kills him. Lincoln informs Michael about the company's demands. Outside, a woman recovers the note from the body. Michael befriends Luis McGrady Gallego, a young basketball player who tells him Whistler is imprisoned for killing the mayor's son, an act with a bounty on it. Bellick identifies Whistler as the man behind the note. Meanwhile, a water shortage triggers a riot against Lachero. Lincoln intercepts Sophia Lugo, Whistler's girlfriend, and takes a book she retrieved. He gives Anthony a copy, keeping the original. Sucre learns from Bellick that Maricruz was never captured and tells her he must stay away for her safety. Bellick trades Whistler's location to Lachero for food and clothes. Mahone also plans to kill Whistler, but Michael restores the water, ending the riot and gaining Lachero's favor by protecting Whistler. Michael receives a photo of Sarah pointing to a newspaper, signaling a location. He asks Lincoln to help contact her, but Lincoln refuses to fund Sucre's help. Learning that only Lachero has a working phone, Michael pressures Bagwell to retrieve it, threatening to expose his past. Sophia tells Whistler about Lincoln's involvement. Anthony arranges a call with Sarah, who gives Michael another clue. Lincoln finds their location, but the company moves them again. Lachero notices a suspicious number in his phone and instructs his associate, Sammy, to investigate. Tensions rise among Lachero's men, and Bagwell warns him of possible betrayal. Anthony tells Lincoln to retrieve a mysterious package. He's horrified by what it contains. Michael reveals that the prison gravedigger is essential for the escape. The box contained what appears to be Sarah's severed head, but Lincoln hides this from Michael. Sona's power is sabotaged, an act secretly orchestrated by Michael, who then restores it in exchange for a new cell, allowing him to continue his plan. Mahone is included in the escape. After Michael refuses to include Bellick, Bellick tells Lachero, but Michael convinces him it's a lie. Lachero punishes Bellick by pouring hot coffee on his back. Outside, Lincoln returns the real book to Anthony. She kills the original gravedigger after failed negotiations, prompting Sucre to take his place. As instructed by Michael, Sucre burns a section of the fence. Michael realizes they can't escape at night due to lights and patrols. Mahone keeps an eye on a guard named Hurtado. A Frenchman arrives in Sona and is robbed by Sammy. He begins watching Whistler, making him anxious. Whistler is caught observing Hurtado, and Schofield's cell is locked down. Sucre is approached by Lachero's outside partner, Augusto, who pays him to smuggle a package into Sona. Sammy retrieves it. Bagwell gets involved with Lachero's concubine. While Lincoln and Sophia prepare the escape on the outside, Michael observes that a guard turns his head to avoid sunlight at a certain time, creating a potential window. Mahoney discovers Hurtado is addicted to coffee. The Frenchman rebuffs Bellick's attempt to get close. Sammy's packages contain special cigars, one of which is smoked by Lachero's henchman, Cheo. The Frenchman is murdered. Gallego tells Lachero about the altercation between Whistler and the victim. Michael blames Bellick, who denies involvement. Mahone is visited by Agent Lang, who says a hearing has been arranged for him to testify against the company, which he accepts. Bagwell proposes framing Sammy for the murder by planting his ring at the scene. Michael later finds a bloody knife in Mahone's cell and tells Lachero, but he doesn't believe him. Instead of punishing Whistler, Lachero kills Cheo for accepting unauthorized cigars. He cancels football privileges, which disrupts Michael's escape plan. Lincoln finally tells Michael the truth about Sarah. Enraged, Michael challenges Whistler to a duel. The duel is a ruse to get everyone into the yard and create a distraction. Hurtado is drugged, and another guard looks away as planned. Just as Michael and Whistler try to escape through Sammy's cell, he arrives, foiling the attempt. They are dragged back and forced to fight for real. During the fight, a guard notices a rope hanging, prompting a raid that results in the death of one of Lechero's men, embarrassing him. Lincoln and Sucre fail to rescue LJ, who is abducted again. Mahone, showing withdrawal symptoms, pleads for his hearing, but it's delayed. Lechero confronts Michael about the escape attempt and demands to be included. Michael sees Anthony, Gretchen Morgan, visiting Whistler, who says the plan is still viable if he escapes within 4 days. Michael sends a message to Lincoln via Gallego's father. Sammy urges Lechero to recruit more men. The general pressures Morgan to retrieve Whistler immediately, prompting her to plan an armed assault. Lechero reveals a damaged underground passage to Michael. Whistler tries to kill Michael, claiming claustrophobia, and flees to the roof. During the assault, Michael stops Whistler from boarding the helicopter, forcing it to retreat. Lincoln receives the message and kills the company operatives trying to eliminate them. Now valuable again, the company spares LJ Mahone, still battling withdrawal, fails the hearing due to lack of medication. Michael is transferred out of Sona for the failed escape. General Zavala, the new chief guard, tortures Michael for information. Mahone is returned to Sona. Bagwell and Whistler conspire to kill Sammy. Bagwell offers Mahone drugs in exchange for the hit, but Mahone declines. Sucre stages a fake argument with Lincoln to convince Morgan he switched sides, gaining her trust. Michael reveals Gretchen's identity and location to Zavala, who arrests and tortures her. Michael promises revenge for Sarah. Bellick wins a duel by soaking his hand wraps in acetone to poison his opponent. Bagwell discovers the trick. Morgan escapes custody, kills the soldiers, and vanishes with LJ, Michael, and Whistler are returned to Sona. Augusto tells Sammy to overthrow Lechero and delivers a gun. Now stabilized, Mahone rejoins the escape team. Sammy seizes control, casting Lechero out. Bagwell convinces Bellick to use his hand wrap trick again to kill Sammy. Bellick challenges him, only to discover the chemical has run out. As Sammy prepares to kill him, he learns of Michael's movements. They force Lechero to open a sealed door. While inspecting a hole in the ceiling, it collapses and kills Sammy, an intentional trap by Michael. Lechero reclaims control by executing Sammy's men. Bagwell agrees to let Bellick join the team. Meanwhile, Sucre misleads Morgan to maintain his cover. Lincoln buys a bomb, which Sucre plants in Morgan's car. Lincoln and Sophia grow closer, and they uncover that Whistler isn't who he claims to be. Diego begs to join the escape, but Michael insists he's safer staying behind, given what lies ahead.